Good morning. Welcome to Monday morning again. So excited to be here. Mondays just keep on rolling in. Did you guys have an awesome weekend? Did you do something fun? So I've been working on a project and I didn't realize how complicated it was going to be. I guess sometimes I realize, it's going to be simple. But I get to use my creative juices flowing, and I'm working on a quilt for my husband. So this year, he's going to celebrate 20 years in the Air Force. 20 years. So I put together this quilt. I chopped up a bunch of his different uniforms, and it's going to be a tribute to his 20 years. So I'm super excited. I got a lot of it done. It is not complete, but I'm hoping in the next couple weeks I can have that done. So tell me what you guys are up to. What fun things are you doing? Today, I want to get into talking to you about how to start earning an income online. Right now, obviously, with the shelter in place and everything that's going on right now, it's so important to have the ability to make money online. But you guys, even before this was going on, this is something that I have been building over the past, say like 4 years, unsuccessfully for the first couple of years. I tried so many different things and I spent a lot of money. I wasted a lot of time, and I wanted to come in here and just make it simple for you. So you can totally do what I call the DIY, which is what I did when I was on the struggle bus. And you could do that yourself. There's courses, there's people you can follow. You can be in my free group and get all kinds of free content and piecemeal it together yourself. That's totally okay. You can do a done with you version. So that's where you work with someone, have them teach you what it is that they're doing, how are they doing it, how are they pulling it together, and then you take that knowledge and go apply it on your own. Right? So that's kind of like the fast track way, right? You could do it on your own, but then you got to you got to figure out how to do all this stuff. Working with somebody, you can learn it faster, right? And then take it and run with it, as long as the concept applies to what you're doing for your business and how to grow it. And you could totally do that. The other is to do a done for you version. That's where typically you just pay someone, they do it for you, whether that be, maybe they want to build out your funnel or put the whole process together, build my website and run it for me, run my social media for me. So they're doing something for you, which is awesome for your business, because when they're doing that work, you can be doing something else. Now, no matter which pathway you choose, it's okay, right? It depends on wherever you're at. In the beginning, I thought the do-it-yourself, right? So here I am, I'm making a quilt for my husband. I'm doing it myself. I could have totally hired a professional quilter to do this for me. But I like the do-it-yourself, right? For some things. I really like the done with you because I like to learn and I like to understand. So if that's you, then finding a program that works, whatever it is that you want to do. So when you think about how do you want to make money online, do you want it to be your primary source of income? I mean, if that's the case, like drop a comment down below and tell me, you want online income to be your primary source of income. That might be the case if maybe you have a gypsy lifestyle where you want to be able to travel here, go there, and not be tied down to a location, right? You want to be able to pick up and move. So in order to do that, you have to have a large source of income to follow you around, because if you go to a place and you're only there for a couple of months, it's really hard to get started and build up your clientele. So you want your business to be able to follow you, right? So maybe that's your lifestyle that you have, right? Maybe it's because you want to be able to spend time at home and not have to go into work, so you can spend time with the kids or your family, right? Your extended family. You can be doing all of those things. If that's your reason why, and you want that to be a primary source of income to allow you to do that, so you don't have to go into a business or have to go into work for somebody else, you're going to build it differently than if you're like, hey, I love my job, I love my business, whatever it is that you're doing full time, I love it, but I just want a little extra because maybe I want to take an extra vacation a year, or I want to be able to pay for my kids or my grandkids to go to college, or I want to build a net security fund so when I retire, I've got extra money. So you just want to do it as a stash away. You're going to build it. The concept is still the same, but your focus is going to be different as opposed to you doing it full time. You can totally grow any business, and you can have any level of income, but it's still work, right? Just because you're doing it online doesn't mean that, hey, I plug into the internet and poof, there's magical money and I don't have to do anything. No, it doesn't work that way. It's a business. You have to work it like a business. You have to connect with your customers. You have to build an audience base around whatever it is that you're working. So my beginner tips for someone who is just wanting to start earning an income online, even if you've tried other things and totally failed, right? Getting into the course as to why do you want to do it in the first place? Mm-hmm. Drop me some comments down below and tell me, why do you want to do it in the first place? Why do you want to make money online? Why is that? Is it because everyone else is doing it? Is it because it seems so cool? Is it because it makes sense for what you want to do for your life? Morning, Rob. Okay, so drop some comments down below. So why do you want to make money online in the first place? Why is that so important to you? That right there is a very special key piece for you to have success with making money online, which is the piece that I think a lot of people miss, because they'll come to me and they're like, hey, Corey, I want to make some money online. And it's because I want to make an extra $1,000 a month. Okay, cool. Why? Well, because I just want the money and the money's really cool. Okay, but why is that important? And this is the one piece that so many people miss when they come to me to do their coaching. So as a business and lifestyle coach, I always start at the beginning. So big tip is don't skip on the mindset piece. Don't skip on asking yourself, why do I even want to do this in the first place? Because here's why. Here's why this is so important. This is the reason you don't want to miss this piece, is because growing a business online is challenging at times. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's like you feel like you're just about to bust through a barrier and you're like, crap, it's still here, or this isn't working, or the internet has a pause and it doesn't work, or the live stream doesn't, something you're trying to do isn't working. You're going to get frustrated. One, because of the challenges with growing a business online, and two, because of the challenges of growing a business, period, whether it be online or an in-person business. It's frustrating to be able to do these things. So those moments where you get totally frustrated, totally just like, I want to pick up the white towel and I'm going to surrender because this entrepreneurial stuff is hard. The online stuff is hard. And you guys, people aren't going to tell you that, right? It's simple if you keep it simple, but it's hard to make it work in a way that feels authentic to you in the beginning, right? And this is the challenge for me, right? Work my hour, because I don't like to work for somebody else. Yes, that's a great reason to want to grow a business online. I don't want to work for somebody else. How much does that actually mean to you to make a difference, right? I don't want to have to work for somebody else. I want to be able to do something for myself. That's huge. I mean, that's what I call the entrepreneurial spirit. And not everybody has it, which is totally okay, because the world has to keep turning and we need non-entrepreneurial people to go off and run awesome businesses for somebody else. And we need entrepreneurs to start awesome businesses so we keep the world turning. Right? We need all of that. But you're going to get frustrated. And I don't know of any other coaches out there that are just telling it to you real like I do. You're going to have days where you wake up and you're like, this sucks. Like, I didn't make any money this week, and how am I going to do this? At those moments where you get so crazy frustrated, that is when you go back and ask yourself, why am I doing this in the first place? Because at those frustrated moments, that's when your friends and family are like, dude, you're struggling. Why are you doing this business in the first place? If you are firm, crazy solid on why you want to do it, you're going to come back to yourself or to your friends or your family or colleagues and say, this is why I'm doing it. And this is why I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make it work. So whatever your story is, that's what your driving force is. Here's the thing. You guys know, like, I had an awesome career. I had a little bit of entrepreneurial stuff just because I wanted a side stash and be able to retire a little early. And then I fell in love with a military man. Never thought that would happen, but I did. And we had to be able to move. Well, my career, because I was the corporate, I had a quarter office, windows, the whole shebang, all the things I thought I wanted. And I couldn't move that career with us. So at that moment, that's when I told myself, okay, I want to grow a business online so I can make money online, so I can move with my husband and we can spend time together. That's what started me to want to grow online. So at that point, that's when I was trying to do it myself, trying to figure it out myself, spending money on this program, spending money on this system, and just wasting money and wasting a lot of time. And I did that for a couple of years until I got smart and hired a coach to say, this is what I want to do. How in the world do I do it? And that coach taught me that one thing. And I took that one thing and I learned it and I grew it. And then I hired another coach and I learned another thing. And then that's how I developed into this whole process. And that's why I'm so passionate now about teaching other entrepreneurs how to start and grow successfully without making it crazy complicated, because without even knowing it in the beginning, I was making it complicated for myself. And that's just the truth. And I don't want you to have to do that. So I say, as we start in the beginning, is I wanted to make money online so I could spend time with my husband. Well, now fast forward a few years, is I changed my reason why into the fact that my husband's going to be retiring from the military and he'll want to work because that's what he wants to do and he'll feel useful and that's awesome. He needs that, but I don't want him to have to work. And that HAVE is a very specific word in my reason why, because I don't want him to have to go to work to pay the bills. I don't want him to stress about going to work or getting sick or not being able to go to work, something happening and not being able to go to work. I don't want him to stress about it. That is the reason why he volunteered over 20 years of his life to the military. So it's me, like a driving passion force into me is I want to give him a relaxed lifestyle to where he doesn't have to stress about covering the bills, covering the expenses. And I want us, him and I, to be able to travel to beautiful places together instead of the crummy places that he's been shipped off to on deployments and all the stuff he went through in the 20 years in the military. So my driving force is to give my family an amazing lifestyle for the future, for the rest of our lives, however long that is. That's what's driving my force to make money online. And it's hugely passionate because I want us to be able to live anywhere, move anywhere, travel anywhere, and I can still make money online. Right? So number one way to start making an income online, number one is decide, why do you want to in the first place? And drop those down in the comments because it needs to be super crazy strong. And I keep coming back to this all the time with my coaching clients is get clear on why you want to do it, because you're going to need that. You're going to need that as fuel for fire, because I cannot tell you how many days came up where I would wake up and I'd be so frustrated because I haven't made money. I'm struggling. The systems aren't working. My funnels were broken and all of this stuff was happening. And I wanted to just either scream or cry. And all the time I was like, telling myself, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Like, I don't know if I can actually pull this off. The fuel for me was my reason why is I want to be able to make money online no matter where I am in the entire world so I can be with my husband. And I can't do that if I don't get my crap together and if I don't get the systems to work, if I don't figure out how, if I don't hire the coach to make it happen. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck where I'm currently at. So that was the fuel to push me forward, to push me over those barriers, to find a way either around or over or dig a hole to get around those big walls that would come up to me. That's the fuel that you need, right? So if you don't want to work for somebody else, have that be fuel to light you up, to get you going, to find the systems, to hire the coach, to pull the funnel together, to figure out what you want your business to be. Have that be your fuel to push you forward instead of keeping you back as a safety net. So for example, if you're working for someone else, the safety net is that you have an income, probably a steady income if it's a salaried position or you're working hours and you're trading your hours for dollars. That's a safety net. And that's okay to keep working that and grow a business on the side. I did that for years. That's totally okay. But if your end goal is to not be tied down working for somebody else and you want to be living your own dreams and making your own dreams come true, you have to let go of that piece and say, okay, what I'm doing here is a temporary thing. And my big goal is because I want to do it myself. I want to make my own dreams come true. I want to set my own schedule, whatever your dreams are, have that be fuel that lights you up and sets you off. On the days where you get totally frustrated and you want to just fall back into this, this job is pretty secure and it's pretty cool. So I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for years. So, okay, it's cool. You need that fire piece to light you up, to say, this is what you like. This is your bigger vision. This is your bigger dream. And this is how we build you up to live up to your full potential if you're chasing after an entrepreneurial goal, right? It makes you unstoppable at that point, right? So one thing is to get clear on, why do you want to make money online? I know it sounds like a really silly question. It sounds like so basic, but that piece is going to help you so much further along the line. So the second thing is, once you get clear on why you want to make money online, then ask yourself, what do you want to do online? There's so many different things you could do, right? Do you want to coach people? Do you want to help people do something? Do you have knowledge on something that you can turn into a money-making generating tool, right? Do you have a certification or a degree in something? Or are you really good at anything in particular? For example, I'm quilting this quilt. I am not a quilter. I just love crafting things. I like creating and making things for me. I'm not doing that for a business, but that's one of the things I enjoy doing. So part of my business goal is that I have time to do my creative things. Well, I'm making this quilt. So I was curious. I was like, hey, now I'm just curious from an entrepreneurial side. Are there people teaching other people how to quilt, and are they making money doing it? And you know what? I found a few that are. It's monetized. It's awesome. And then I found a few that are teaching people, but they're not monetized. So then I asked, do you want to make money off of it? Like, if you're really, really good at quilting and you're really, really good at it, or maybe if you're just really passionate about it, you could take that passion and turn it into an income generating stream. You could turn that into a business if that's what you're awesome at. Now, I won't be doing that, even though my end product is going to be awesome because it's personal, it's sentimental, it means something to me and my husband. I'm making this as a 20-year tribute to him, because this year he's been in 20 years. So that's what I'm doing it for. But you could do this for anything, right? Let's say you love to paint, right? You could teach people how to paint. you love to cook, you're an awesome chef, or maybe you love to cook outdoors, like camper style. Teach people how to do that and make money off of it, right? If you monetize it correctly, right? So first question is, why do you want to make money online? Second question is, what do you want to do to make money online? Like, there's so many different things. Do you want to sell a product, right? Do you want to make t-shirts like this? Do you want to make t-shirts and you want to sell t-shirts online? You want to have an e-commerce store? Maybe it's not just t-shirts. Maybe it's hats or cell phone covers or those little pop socket things, no pop-up. I don't use them, but the little pop-up things that pop up on your phone. Do you want to sell products that's going to help people change their lives? So determine what it is that you want to do online. First, why. Second, what. And then the third part is you got to figure out the how, right? And the how, the best way, like you can bootstrap it. I totally bootstrapped my business in the beginning and I totally lost a lot of money. Like the first 2-3 years of my business, my husband was like, oh my God, honey, stop. We can't afford this because literally we can't afford it. You're spending money on all this stuff. And you're not getting any return. Like I got zero return for all the money I spent. You could totally try to bootstrap your business. If you do, I hope that you do it smarter than I did. But the best way to get through the how is to connect with someone who is doing kind of what you want to do and either follow what they're doing and learn from them, never copy, but learn from them, model from them, figure out how they're running their systems, figure out what systems they have, how do they pull it all together, and then piecemeal it yourself. You can totally do that. Use the resources in the free group, right, that I offer here. Go to my website page that has all the resources on there. You can pick which ones you want. I have eliminated the ones that did not work, and I've put those are all, everything that's on that resource list are things that I use in my business every day, right? Every week I'm connecting, I'm touching, I'm using those tools. So go in and just grab that. I'm giving it to you. I'm telling you the exact tools to use, right? So you can do that. You can figure it out on your own. You can watch some courses. There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do. Right? Or you can connect with me and work with you, right? And I'll help you basically. So I teach you the concept. Okay, this is the overall concept. This is how you pull everything together. You take that and it becomes your foundation. That is repeatable information that you can do as you grow your business, scale your business, go to the next level, go to 5-figure a month to 6-figure a month to 7-figure years. You can have all of that stuff with that same simple process that I put together. So you can totally do that too. But don't, and call this a public service announcement. Do not spend time trying to figure out the how, like how are you going to make money? How are you going to build the systems? How are you going to do it? How are you going to have time to do it online? How am I going to connect with my audience? How am I going to find customers? Don't spend time on the how until you know why you want to do it in the first place and what it is that you're doing. Because I tell you what, the how, if I don't know why I want to make money online, I'm just thinking, hey, it sounds like a really cool idea, but I'm not sure exactly why I want to do it. I'm not solid on that. And I'm not solid on what I want to do. Do I want to sell products? Do I want to sell a service? Do I want to teach? Do I want to have courses? So many options. If I don't know what I want to do, when I start looking at the how, if I start looking at other people that are making money online, that are growing online, and if I'm spending that money on the how, or spending that time on the how, that is what creates shiny object syndrome. Because I'm going to look over here and say, oh, this person's doing this. That looks really cool. Let me try that. And then maybe that doesn't work out for me. Maybe it works out a little bit, but not a lot. And then I'm like, you know what? This person over here is doing this, so let me try that. And then you start bouncing all over the place, and then you don't actually make a business because you don't have anything solid, and then you don't make an income because you're bouncing around trying to follow everybody else's lead. So go back to the beginning, figure out why do you want to do it in the first place? Because if you know why you want to do it, not why somebody else wants to do it, not why your spouse wants you to do it, not why your neighbor says you should do it, why you want to do it. And then what is it that you want to do? What can you do? What skills do you have? If you don't know, hire a coach and figure that out. You can get clear on it super fast, and then you can build the how. You can build the systems. You can plug in all the little automation tools to make it easier for you. You can do this, and you build the framework, and then your system will run. But if you're chasing after, how do I do this? How do I build a funnel when you don't know why you want to make money online? It's not going to work. Like, those people bomb. And I know that because it was me, right? I was chasing after the how. Oh, this person, oh, they're using funnels. Let's do that. Funnels are fantastic. But if I didn't know what I was selling, what's the point? Okay. So don't spend the time on the how. And that's the most challenging part, especially with someone like, if you're like me, where like you want to know how things work, right? You want to know how, like, again, I could have totally hired a quilter to make the quilt, but I wanted to do it myself. One, for the personal satisfaction. Two, because it's a gift for my husband, from me. And three is I wanted to just see if I could do it. Right? So if you're like that kind of a person, you want to see if you can just do it yourself. Really, 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 I'm challenging you. Get clear on why you want to do it in the first place. Like, why make money online? Why is it important? I know exactly why it's important to me. It goes a lot deeper now that I've been doing it for a couple of years and have been successful for this whole time. This last couple of years, not the beginning. Right? So I got like split 50-50 now. 2 years of no success, like negative. Lots of negative success. And then 2 years of the success. So I'm really, really clear on why. And that is what lights me up. That's what lights up my soul. That's why I have a free group here for you guys, because it's lighting me up to help you have success, to have you have those aha moments, to have you feel like I can totally do this. You can, with the right guidance, the right support, and the right vision in the direction. And it doesn't have to be complicated. There are so many people out there, even coaches are complicating the whole process. You don't have to do that. It can be totally simple. I'm not saying it's easy. Okay. I'm not at all saying it's easy. It's challenging. It's hard. It's business, but it's simple, right? It's a simple schematic process, right? So what I do is I streamline it all. So I take all of this stuff that's going on, all of these different ways to make your business grow. I streamline it into a simple system that you follow on a regular daily basis and generate. It's like a, kind of a generating your own income maker, right? Making your own money, and teach you how to do that. So those are the 3 things I want you to focus on with how to start earning an income, especially if you have not been successful in the past, is stop thinking about the how am I going to do it? How am I going to pull this together? How do I build my funnel? How do I do all of this stuff? If you don't know why you want to do it or what you want to do, right? And if you don't know those things, best way to get through it, to get clear into your own brain, to get over your own self, is hire yourself a coach to help support you to get through all the muddy stuff and get through the stuff that's in your mind that you've been telling yourself, and point you in the right direction. And then once you have those answers, then you can go rock it out and build those funnels, build those automations, and put the whole system together, right? So that's when you can do that. Don't start the how, don't start the structure first, because it's like, that's the recipe for failure. And I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. So that's what I got for you today in your free coaching Monday. So good luck, you guys. Have a fantastic week. Drop me some comments down below. Let me know if you found value in this, and I'd love to hear from you. So